Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and those who have been here, welcome back. Some of you have asked me this question, and I think it's most appropriate to answer it while I'm on a cruise ship. I was asked, would I ever consider living on a cruise ship? And I thought that was a great question because there's so many people who are considering living on a cruise ship. Now, I only can tell you about my experience. I don't know what anybody else should and should not do. I enjoy cruising. I cruise at the very least once a month. And that could be anywhere from 1 week out of the month or 3 weeks out of the month. And I enjoy it. I enjoy going to shows with my husband and having date nights, because at home, I'm not having date nights. I mean, we just find our little corners in our house, and that's our corner. Married life 40 years, 41 years in August, but that's what it is. So we all got our corners. We don't eat dinner at the same time. And then we go outside together. But for the most part, when we're on a cruise ship, it affords us the opportunity to actually have to be with each other on dates or shows or dinner or whatever the case might be. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I love cruising. But the question is, would I live on a cruise ship? Is it right for me? Is it right for John? Is it right for you? Here's a couple of things to consider from my perspective. One, I like my things. And what I mean by I like my things, I was getting ready for this cruise. This is a 3 weeks cruise. And I needed outfits for every day, twice a day. I'm honest. I want my things. If I lived on a cruise ship, you have to be real frugal on how you move around. Now, if you're going on a cruise to live on and it's just that one ship, I suspect you could bring a lot of stuff. I don't know. But if you're going from cruise to cruise to cruise every couple of months or every couple of weeks, you can't just, carry your whole entire wardrobe. So for me, I would not be able to let go of my clothes and my shoes. As a matter of fact, we came here on Amtrak, and let me just tell you, I went to do a check bag, and I was on point, I thought. I was 10 pounds over. They had to put my clothes in a white trash bag. It was my trash bag, but what is wrong with me? Or what is wrong with them? 50 pounds? So I definitely would have a problem with not being able to have my clothes with me. I want to change my clothes. I want to change my jewelry. I want to change my hats. I wear a lot of hats. There's no way there's no way. Be without that. 2, I love my family. And I'm not saying that means that everybody else don't love their family, but I love my family events, the parties. We travel together. We hang out together. We go to casinos together. I mean, we do barbecues. I don't want to miss my grandkids, special moments. I'm already missing it, being on the ship, but I don't want to miss every moment that I should have been there for my grandkids. I don't want to know them over Wi-Fi. I want to be with them. And we already live in 2 different states because we retired to an easier state to live in. And I want to be with my family. I really do. I want to have access to my grandkids when I want them. I want them to come over and visit us in our home, which is a good segue to my home. Just like I like my clothes, I like my home. I got a little ranch house, and it has all the cutest little things for me and John. And I want to be in my home. When I am finished on this cruise ship and I'm tired of looking at the same color palette, I want to go to my home and look at a whole bunch of colors and things. I want to see frames on the wall, pictures. I want to be in my kitchen. I want to cook my own food. It's nice. It's nice to have somebody cook for you. But I want to open up my refrigerator and say, Dag, I don't have nothing to eat. Let me go run to the store and go get me something to eat. Come on, John. We going to the restaurant. We going to the Wawas. I want to be able to do that. I can't do that on a cruise. Everything is just handed to you. You don't have to think or want for anything, in my opinion. So I prefer to have those moments when I can cook my own food or go to the store and get some Wawas or whatever I'm going to get, or have food delivered from Walmart. I enjoy that part of my life. I really do. Another thing, even though the bedrooms are large on a cruise ship, it's just a bedroom. I don't care if you got a couch. Like I have a whole balcony, right? We have a whole balcony room, but it's just a bedroom. So I don't want to just live in a room where everything that I own is contained in that one room. I want to have a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom. I want to go outside on my porch. My room is beautiful on the ship, but there's nothing like being in my house where I put the decorations up and I can open up my refrigerator. You know how big the refrigerator is on a cruise ship? It's this big. I love my local foods. I want to be able to go to Taco Bell if I want to, or McDonald's, eat the worst of the worst foods. I do. Once in a while, I want to go to Waffle House. And again, the food is great here. The food is great. Anything you want, whatever you dream of, they can make it. But I want to go to Waffle House. I want to go to the Greasy Spoon joint, okay? I don't want to go to this nice, clean ship food all the time. Give me a Greasy Food Waffle House joint and don't judge me. I like ordering online. I want packages to come to my house. I want my mailman to put mail in my mailbox, and I want to be able to greet him and talk to him. On a cruise ship, where the heck do you even get mail? I don't know. But if it works for you, it works for you. It just don't work for me. If the government shuts down, that impacts people on cruise ships. This is just things to consider, because it impacts their travel, especially if they go from cruise to cruise to cruise to cruise. And there is government woes and politics involved, and gas prices are going up. Guess what? The price of your cruise is going up as well. And the flights are going up. Wherever the flights are taking you are being rerouted, because now, it's wartime, or maybe there's an illness, a breakout. I don't want all of that. If you get sick on a cruise ship, like, what happens? You're going to be sick, and who's there for you? The staff? Well, I want my family to be there for me. So, yeah, if you think about it, I don't think I could do that. I would rather just be home. Television, internet. First of all, I can't live without the internet. Who can? I mean, I know people, like older people, who live without the internet. We're the first generations of people who had internet, right? As young adults. So I'm not giving up the internet. And it costs a fortune to get internet service. And then I know there's other things that you can do, but I'm not paying that much. Not when you can pay $30 a month for your internet and your wireless service. So, yeah. I can't be without my internet and the TV situation, except for, now I cruise different cruise lines. I do MSC, NCL, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and now I'm on a Princess, and I might have left something out. I'm not sure. Princess is the only cruise line that has great TV, right? They have on demand, but they don't have Netflix. They don't have Netflix. They don't have Paramount Plus. There's things that I want to see, and I want to see it in real time. I need a TV. And this cruise line has a massive TV. But the other cruise lines, though, you got like 6 channels. I don't want my living room to be an atrium with this big screen that don't have nothing on it. I need a TV. And I'm going to sit in my living room with a little blanket over me, comfortable. So I guess I couldn't live on a cruise ship for that reason either. I'm trying to figure out what would make me want to live on a cruise ship. I am doing 0. I know on the cruise ships that I've been on, some of the beds just hurt my back. Other cruise ships that have great bed and great bedding. And everything's all white. And that's nice. But I want to be in my bed with my covers. That has colors on it. I do like that white look though. It's such a those has great clean lines. White bedding signifies that bed is pristine. It's clean. But when I'm at home, I want some color on my bed. So I would miss having my bed that my back is used to living on a cruise ship. I just couldn't do it. And I want to be able to wash my clothes and it don't cost a fortune. I just go to the next room, put the clothes in the washer and the dryer, and then it smells so good because I have great laundry detergent. I got Gain or Tide and Bounce. The laundry that comes back off these cruise ships, oh my gosh, it smells, I don't even know if there's a smell. It's just, you know it's clean. That's it. You get clean. You don't get smell clean, you just get clean. I think what you get is a commercial clean smell. Yeah, so that wouldn't work for me either. And I want to do my own laundries. Here's something else to consider about living on a cruise. The cost. So if you're in a situation, so like me and my husband, our mortgage is very low. Our bills are very low. It would cost us more money to live on a cruise ship than in our house, especially me, because I gamble. My name is Sonia, and I need an intervention. So because I gamble, I would be challenged quite often living on a cruise ship. The minute I got bored, I would be at the casino until I got bored with that too. Because eventually you start getting bored with things, right? That you're constantly doing over and over and over and over again. If you're considering being on a cruise ship and you're a gambler, just think again. Because this might not be the place you want to be. It just may not work for you being a gambler on a cruise ship. I mean, I'm already struggling right now. I'm struggling and I'm on week 1. But you know what I want to bring my own furniture in here. Can I have a different couch? That's something else to consider. Can I have we all have our own styles. Can I style my own room on a cruise ship? Because if I can't, I don't know. That's just something that you have to consider. Yeah, I have to consider that. I hope that this video gives you, some pros and cons of living on a cruise ship. I love my land life with my family and friends, and I enjoy my cruise life. If I had to pick one over the other, I wouldn't. I would pick both because I love both of them, but just not equally. Living on the land with my family is more important than being in the cruise world. But I enjoyed my cruise world, and I would not give that up either. When I'm finished cruising, at the end of my cruise, I am happy to go home. And that is the greatest feeling in the world, when you can go home. Whatever floats your boat, just remember, when deciding whether you want to live on a cruise ship, you know what you're giving up and what you're gaining. And just weigh it. And for the most part, a lot of people actually do both. There's a lot of people like me in the cruise world that we want to do both. We don't want to give up one or the other. And we balance it. So if you want to cruise full time, just know what you're getting into. And know what you're gaining and know what you're giving up. Because it's a lot of work living on a cruise ship. I hope I answered your questions. And it made sense. Listen, I don't pretend to be polished because I'm not. This is what you get, right? Please like, subscribe. Please subscribe so I can get in the algorithm. Please. I know there's people who want to hear from me. I think, anyway. But anyway, I will talk to y'all soon. I love talking to y'all. And I'll see you soon. Perhaps on a cruise ship. Bye-bye.